ROBYN'S Tara here. Disclaimer, this will probably be boring. It's just me talking about the things I did and my thoughts. So, the reason that I went to SakuraCon is because a lot of my friends in the abridging community decided to go. There was probably over 20 people that I know from the abridging community that went, namely because of groups like the Smuck Squad or Something Witty Entertainment. Lazing as Your Crow was there too, so it kind of drew most of my friends there. So I thought, what the hell? I'm going to go where most of my friends are going because, you know, the internet, you only get to see people once, twice a year if you're lucky. So I couldn't pass that opportunity up, and I bought a plane ticket to Seattle. I will just say, I'm from Ohio, so flying all the way to the other side of the country was hell. But it was all worth it in the end when I got picked up at the airport at like 7:30 at night and finally got to go back to my room with Yomi, Eva, Zim, Cobra, Anthony, Lennon, and on my same floor of my hotel was another group of my abridging friends, Leafy, Das, Hawk, and his roommate Taylor. Probably forgetting some people, but just on that one floor of the hotel room there was probably like 12 people that I knew, or that I knew of. So it was like a party every night, even that first night, which was quite nice, actually. The second day I got in line to pick up my badge, and then we went to the actual convention. And that's where I met up with some more of my friends. Namely, I would like to give out a shout out to Carrie, ex Bubble Monkey X, also known as Abridged Asuna. Carrie is probably the sweetest girl that I know, and I love her to death. So much. So much. Met up with some of the people from Something Witty Entertainment and the Smuck Squad. Something Witty actually was having a signing at the Shark Robot booth in the dealer's hall, which I got the Kirito is Always Right foundation shirt signed by Carrie, Mac, and Izzy. In that line, somebody actually recognized me as being Hestia from How to Be an Adventurer, which was very humbling. Definitely a shock to my system, but it was kind of, yeah, it made my day. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not even going to pretend that didn't, like, stroke my ego. But that's besides the point. Besides seeing those groups just kind of in passing in the dealer's hall, I hung out with Hawk and with my friend Charles Scoringo. I met Freddie Hines that day, who, if you guys don't know Freddie Hines, he's really cool. And he won the first round of this competition called Now Voice This that Chuck Huber started. So yeah, he's a really cool and talented guy. Later on that day, there was a Smug Squad panel for live directing, where it was hosted by Coffin Jockey, Buddy VA, Grimjack, and Eagle 8 Burger, and they would have people come up and act out scenes from various abridged episodes. It was really cool seeing some people who pretty obviously hadn't done voice acting before come up to try to give it a shot. I really love seeing people try voice acting because it sparks something in a lot of people, because it's just a very fun hobby to have, and you could tell so many people were just having a ball with it. Towards the end, they were doing a scene from an upcoming episode of a Digimon Abridged series, in which the scene that they chose has a character voiced by my best friend, Pyro MG. So obviously I had to get up there and take his job. The next day consisted of several of my friends wearing Kuroko no Basket cosplays and literally playing basketball. I think there's a video clip of that. If I find it, I will add it into this. But yes, SakuraCon became BasketballCon, and I don't see a problem with this. The rest of that day for me just kind of mostly consisted of hanging around the dealer's room, buying some things I didn't need, but mostly watching other people buy things they didn't need. And then, towards the end of the night, I joined some of my friends to see the second Smug Squad's panel, in which they premiered a couple new abridged episodes, and I went because I was in one of the episodes that they were premiering, so I kind of wanted to see what people thought. After the panel, a bunch of us waited well over an hour outside in the cold to get into a full ramen place, trying to get a table of 15 set up. Because where else are you going to eat after a convention? Sunday was the last day of the con, and my friends Eva and Yomi had their flights that morning, so we said goodbye to them before they headed off to the airport. And then we headed to the con, and because all the things were closing pretty early that day, we mostly just spent time in the artist alley before going to a brew house, because if you can't have ramen, you get drunk. I had like a sip of a specialty beer, but a lot of my friends ended up getting like flights of shit, and it was humorous, to say the least. Monday, for me, was mostly spent in the airport with some of my friends. Me, Hawk, Cobra, and Taylor, and Charles all had our flights on Monday around, not the same time, but some of them were within a few hours of each other, so we all went out together. Except I ended up having to wait 10 hours in total in the Seattle-Tacoma airport, of 4 hours of which were spent before I could even check my bags. But I wouldn't change a thing. I was so happy to see everyone there. I was so happy to hang out with a bunch of my friends who I hadn't seen in a long time, and even meet a few new people who were really awesome. If you have friends who don't necessarily live close to you, you have internet friends, those friendships are just as meaningful as your local friendships. So it's important to put in the effort to see them when you can. And that's why I love SakuraCon.